Hello friends, so this video is part of VBCS training program and we are going to cover the static list of values, how to create a select choice where we can put the static values, how to create dynamic LOVs, which means that how to populate the value in the LOV from a business object, and then how to create a dependent LOV. What dependent LOV is? For example, you have two drop down, right? The one drop down will have the country list and the second should have the state list. So the second LOV, the second drop down is dependent on the first drop down, which means if you select the country from the first drop down, then only associated drop down associated uh, state should be populated. So that is called dependent LOVs. So let's see how to create LOVs in VBCS. So let me just switch to the Visual Builder. Again, I am going to extend the same application which I have created, and here I will open my employee application, and again I am going to create another object over here. Okay, another business object, what I mean. So here just select one more business object, and here I will say phone, and then click on a create button. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to populate some fields here, and here I will say font type, for example, and then phone number. Okay, and then click on a create button. I will populate some data over here. Okay, one more thing, I'll just create one more field which will have the employee ID. So ID, and it will have a reference from my employee table. And then again I will choose my ID field and then create field. Just click on an overview, and here you will see the relationship on the overview tab. It will show the phone has a relationship with my employee table. You can edit it or you can delete that relationship as well. Go to the data, let me just populate some data, and then I will add a row over here, and here say employee ID 1, and then phone number is 9988776655, and I will say mobile, and then add row. I can add another phone number for the employee 1, and here I'll say 1122334455, and I'll say it's home number. I will say again 1, I'll say 01122334455, I'll say this is office. Okay, now I'm going to select add row. I'm associate with employee 2, and here I'll say mobile. I'll say 0099. For example, I'll say 22. Add row. I will add another row. I will associate this number with the row employee 6, and here I will say this is again home number, and I will say 114422 anything, and then add row. Okay, now here I have associated multiple phone numbers, and the different phone numbers are associated with employee 1, and one number is associated with employee 2, and another is associated with 6. Now go back to your application, and here again I will create a page. I'll say list of values. Okay, and then click on the create button. Now just collapse this, and here in the component, here we have select one, select single, and then select many. So let me just use select one, drag and drop. So once you do this, here you see the label and then drop down. So in the general tab, you can change the label of your text, and here I'll see I can say employees. Okay, click on this, and then you can associate with this data like value and value option, and then option. If you wanted to generate some event based on this, you can register an event, and then all. Okay, and from here you can create a static list of options. Select this create static list of options, and here you can enter the label. I'll say Ankur value, maybe Ankur, then add other option. I will say Ankit, and then I will say Ankit, and then I will say Nitin, and I'll say Nitin. Okay, and then finish. So from here you can add the placeholder as well, employee. Okay, now here you see, now your static list has been populated. If you just switch into the live mode, you will see Ankur, Ankit, and Nitin. So here you have created a static list. Now instead of populating this value from that static list, you wanted to populate it from business object. Okay, so for that, just click on this, go switch to the design mode, and then here in the data you see all these value will be there under that sub value mats. Now you can delete it. Okay, now go to this quick start again and then click on add option. This add option will allow you to associate this drop down with some data source. So here I am selecting my employee. Then next, here I will choose one label and the value. The label will shown on my drop down and the value will be the backend value of this particular value. Here I am saying I'm selecting first name and I will select ID as a value, and then next, and then finish. This is your dynamic list of values. Now just switch to the live mode, and here you will see the Amit, Ankit, Chavi, and Andrew has been populated, and all these value resides under that employee business object. Go to the design mode again, click on general, again just employee. Okay, so this is how you can create a static list of the dynamic list of values. Now based on that first name, right, I wanted to create another drop down which will populate the phone number of Amit or Ankit or Chavi from my phone business object. Again I will choose another, select one choice, and here I will say general phone. Okay, now for this, go select this design, and then again I will associate with one data source, add option, and here I will select phone, click next. Again I will take the phone number and then ID in the backend. Okay, next. Here in the define query, again I will select this. It is because the filter criterion, it is because I want my phone drop down not to be populated initially. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a condition, and here I will say the employee ID equals to -1. Okay, and then finish. You can see the code as well. This will be the code which will be generated, and then finish. Okay, now just select this, and then here I will say phone placeholder. Now switch to the live mode, and here you see the phone is empty, but now what I wanted to register one event with this particular employee on this particular employee drop down, so that I can populate it. I can populate the respective phone numbers of that particular employee. Go back to the design mode and then select one choice, click on the events, and here I will select one event which is called my value event. From here I will choose this assign variable and then assign, and here again I will choose my phone list SDP, the list data service data provider, and then click on this, click to add condition, and here I will select my employee ID. This employee ID is the reference of my employee, and here I will say equals. And if you see this, and here you see under this action chain I have value. Okay, this value is having the unique ID of each and every value which I will select. So here I will say dollar chain dot variables dot value. Okay, if you go to the code section, here you see this has been added. Go to the builder again. Now this is the condition which I need to add. Now just save this. That's it. Now go back to the designer section and then run your application. Okay, if I will run my application, it will open different page. So I will change the default. Okay, so it is already, so I have select my list of values page. Now go to preview. Let it be loaded. So there's a one problem. So here I have done little mistake over here. So I have to edit this. So first just edit this row. So and then that will be mobile, for example. Same here. No, that's okay. Now just run again. Now just select employee. I'll say Amit, and here you will see the three numbers has been populated against Amit. If you select Ankit, and here you see there's a single phone number against Ankit. If you select Chavi, there's no phone against Chavi. Select Andrew, and there's a single phone number against Andrew. So this is how you can create list of values. You can create static list of values. You can create dynamic and associate with your business object. And same ways you can create dependent list of values. So that's all for this particular video. Thanks. Bye-bye.